Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am iamadorelyric. I wanted to say hi.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll never have this.
Today we are gonna do the pre-typical reflection on 2017 while looking forward. Ew, I sound crazy. Can y'all tell I'm like nervous? While looking forward to the new year of 2018. Happy New Year. I'm sure you guys have heard this probably all day because this won't be up until like tomorrow or something. Today is actually January 1st. I had planned to do this a little bit earlier, however life happens, so here we are. So today I'm going to bring you a video on my reflections of 2017 as well as looking forward to the new year of 2018. I'm planning on reflecting on some things that I did well on, some things that I didn't do too hot on, and then also a couple of things that I'm looking forward to and what I plan to do for this year, my new goals, and how I see my year as a whole. I know that some people have some negative connotations towards New Year's resolutions. However, I don't think that this is really what I'm trying to do. I'm more so just trying to reflect for myself to see if anybody can relate and do the same. But some people think that New Year's resolutions is like kind of dumb because they're like, oh, I don't need the new year to have me start my new goals, which is very true. However, it's always good to reflect and see how well you've done on something, whether it be the new year, a new month, a new week, whatever the case may be. So, I mean, obviously people have different opinions about everything, but for me, this is just what I wanted to do. So if it doesn't work for you, then don't do it. However, I feel like someone could probably relate to me in a way, whether they're not trying to reflect on their new goals or they're not trying to reflect on their old goals or whatever the case may be. So yeah, let's get right on into it. And while you're here, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you click the subscribe. I cannot talk today. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down the bottom. Okay guys, so first things first, I am a person who plans out a lot. Sometimes I don't do too well on it, but basically I'm a planner. So I need to write things down, I need to make lists, I need to check things off, I need to cross things off. So I love notebooks. So for a couple of my my birthday gift and my Christmas gift, I got a book. Well, I got two books, but for this sake of this video, I started using this book, which my cousin got it for me, which was one of the Secret Santa gifts that I got. And it just says color outside of the lines. And it's like small. I don't know if you guys can see. But anyway, so with that being said, since the course of this video is about, you know, making new goals, reflecting on your old goals, and, you know, just how your year went the past year. So I started writing down some things that I wanted to do for January. This is prior to, you know, New Year, New Me talk. This is more so of just what I wanted to do. So I started making a list of things that I wanted to do for YouTube for January, because I feel like I'm kind of all over the place sometimes where I bring like ideas to life with my videos, but I feel like sometimes I'm just scattered. And I'm like, why am I doing this when I'm not even that type of person? I'm the type of person where I need to plan things out. Like I need to know what day, what time, like what am I doing, what am I saying? So for me to not do that with YouTube is kind of like, how are you doing this? Like, I'm not the type of person where I can just free ball and do things at the spur of the moment. Like, I need to plan it out. So I'm like, well, maybe that's why I'm not feeling the best about my channel just yet, because I'm not planning it out. It's just like what I plan to do for January as a whole. So that's what I'm going to try to do starting in 2018. I'm going to start planning out my videos for the month. So I'm going to write down like what I plan to film, when I plan to film it, how well I think it'll do. So for instance, I plan to put up 5 makeup videos, 1 video for New Year's, which is this, 2 natural hair related videos, a video on meal prepping, and then 1 how-to video, whichever that may be. So that's a big deal coming from me because I have been like very inconsistent with all of my videos. So I feel like, you know, me writing it down and doing it like this will help out a lot. So that's just for January. So that's another idea for you guys to do. You can just kind of plan out your month instead of planning out your year. So let's go back and reflect on 2017. Okay. So I guess I should start with the things that I didn't do too hot on. So I made a list of that too. And I think that you guys should do this for yourself, just because I feel like it puts it in perspective. It helps you write down like, oh, I didn't do so well on this, but I did really good on this. Like, it helps you see it. And for me, I made a list and my good outweighs the bad. So that makes me feel a little bit better. Okay, so the not so good list states, I spent a lot of money in 2017. A lot of money on things that I needed, but it was very impulsive. Stuff that I could have waited to buy, but I wanted it that minute, that second, so I went and got it, or I went and ordered it. Like, just too much. So that was something that I really struggled with. I mean, I bought a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff that I wanted. I invested in myself, I think, but I also spent a lot of money that I could have saved up, you know, did it when it was more so convenient for me, and not just at the spur of the moment. I want this now, I gotta get this now. Also, I had a weight loss goal that I did not touch. Like, I mean, I touched on it, I made a video about it, I started it, but then I stopped. So not so hot on that one. However, I'll talk about that for my aspirations for this year, but just know that I'm not finished with that one. I was very discouraged this year. I went through periods of like not knowing what I wanted to do, not knowing what I wanted to film on YouTube, kind of all over the place, and looking at other people, comparing myself to them, and, you know, the typical stuff that people go through. However, I feel like mine was more so effective, because whenever I'm kind of set in this mood, this is kind of how it happens for me. So I did struggle with that. So obviously for the next year, I'm going to work on that too. I also was not very consistent with my YouTube channel. I did not give it my all. I started back in like March. I started my actual YouTube channel on January. Like, I signed up for it on YouTube, but then I didn't post my first video until like March. And that took a lot to just get that first one out. And every time I hear that song by Kendrick Lamar, Love, I always like think of my first vlog, because that's how I started it out. So if you don't have time, or if you have time, I told y'all I cannot talk. It's ridiculous. So if you have time, make sure you go check it out, and I'll link it in here, either over here or over here. I need to figure out my angles. But you guys can go back and see that first video and see how well I flourish. It's like, I'm so corny. So I wasn't as consistent as I should have been for 2017. I could have put up a lot more videos. I could have done a lot more. There was a lot of opportunity for me to vlog where I just kind of was like, oh, I don't feel like it, type of thing. But I have to realize, like, if this is something that I want to do, then I need to be serious about it, regardless if I feel like doing it or not. Like, no sleep, team no sleep. It's like, I'm getting some sleep, but I need to put some more effort in it, okay? And lastly, the last thing that I can think of, I spent a lot of money on fast food, and I ate a lot of fast food. So that kind of goes in with my money management goal, and also my weight loss goal. So those kind of struggle, and those kind of go hand in hand. But I struggle with those mostly just because it's more convenient. But I realized, like, one, I spend a lot of money on fast food, and two, it's not good for me. So I need to figure out a different way on doing that, which is what I plan to do if you stay tuned. So that was all of my not so good things that I've done in 2017. So let's turn over a new leaf and talk about the good things that your girl, Adora Lyric, accomplished in 2006. Okay, so the good things that I've done this year, I felt like I've learned a lot about myself this year that I didn't know, and I think that a lot of that has to do with YouTube. Let me move this out of the shot. I sound like a YouTuber, don't I? There we go. I felt that I learned a lot about myself just because I felt like I opened up a little bit more. I tried to not worry so much about what people thought or think. I mean, I still struggle with it, but I feel like I've done a little better this year. I've been a little bit more true to myself, and I try to make myself learn and kind of reflect and kind of talk myself into stuff. I did a lot of like self-talking. I did a lot of trying to, build my confidence up as a whole, as with YouTube, as well as with, just everyday things. So like I said, I felt like I've learned a lot about myself that I didn't know before. I feel like I'm blooming into this nice person that I've always wanted to be. So I think that's one of the major things that I really felt good about this year. So yeah, so I feel like I felt like I really, I tried to do my best and just learn who I am. Obviously people probably talk about this all the time, but I mean, I really honestly feel like I've done that. I started my first and my bomb YouTube channel. That was like A1 right there. Like, it took me a lot. I started watching YouTube back in college and like fascinating with like different natural hair videos and all of that stuff. So for me to start it was a major deal. I saved up money to get my first camera. I had to buy the equipment. I spent a lot of money on YouTube this year, and I know that people say that you don't have to, but for me, I'm always looking on ways to do better. So I felt like this was very important for me. So yeah, and I'm not even using that camera now. Like, I literally don't touch it. It has dust on it. I'm looking at it right now. I'm actually using my iPhone, but anyway, that's a story for a different day. I already made a video about this like a while ago. Well, not a while ago. I'm so nervous, y'all. Like, I'm not nervous, but I'm like thinking of how I'm gonna edit all of this and like thinking too much far ahead. But I am nervous, but I'm not. But anyway, so I made a video about this a month ago about leaving a particular person alone. That's a great accomplishment because that was some toxic stuff, like mentally, emotionally draining, toxic, like horrible. And I was able to completely detox myself away from that, and I don't even know how I did it, and I don't even know, like, it just took time. And I know people say that, but that's literally how that happened. I was able to kind of, I kept putting myself in a situation that I knew wasn't healthy for me, so I had to leave him alone. And I was finally able to do that this year. Like I had said in that video, which I'll link in here somewhere, I spent a lot of time wasting my time with him, and I was finally able to leave him alone in 2017. So, I mean, what can I say? It's like, nah, it did take a lot of work, and I'm still, honestly, I'm still going through it, but I'm a lot better now than what I was, so that's a major accomplishment for me. I was able to get a new car. For those who don't know, I had a 2007 Honda Accord, which is my boy Prince. He held me down. Like, I had him for like 3 years, I think. I think it was 3 years, but I had to let him go because I had so many miles on it, and I was scared that by the time I paid him off that he was gonna die. So I was like, I need to figure out a way. And I tried, like back in 2016, I tried to refinance him. It didn't work. I tried something else. It didn't work. And then one day, actually I remember it because I had got taxes back, and I was going to buy my MacBook, but I was like, I need a new car. So I was like, Mom, I'm going to go, over here to see if I can get a new one. And I did. So now I have a 2017 Mazda 3. Cardi. Shout out to Britt, she named her. But Prince was my boy. He held me down. I love him. And I hope whoever has him now is taking good care of him, because I don't know where he's at. But yeah, so I got a new car. Cardi. She's white with tinted windows. I want to put some black rims on her, but I probably never will because I'm cheap. Let's be honest. I was able to buy my first MacBook. It was a major goal for me to do that with my YouTube channel, just because editing is a major part of YouTube. And I know you can do what you need to on like PCs and Windows and all of that. But one of my goals was that I was going to save up some money, get me a MacBook. And that's actually what I'm using right here to actually prop you guys up, because I don't have a tripod for my iPhone. So, and she's my baby. I got the MacBook Pro. I got that in like September, August. I don't know. Y'all, I'm husky. I don't need to put my kneecap in there. So yeah, I got that. I saved up some money for that. I was working at Starbucks, which I still am. So I was able to save up a lot of money. And that was another thing that I kind of did, like impulsive. Like I saved up a lot, but then when it came time to actually buy it, like I spent a lot of money out of one particular check that I shouldn't have done. But I just do stuff like that sometimes, and I don't know why. But the end result is I survived it. You know, I got my MacBook. I was still able to eat that week. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Don't tell Tristan I said that, because she'll be like, mid. But anyway, a lot of new things as far as like makeup goes. So I didn't know. I know I wanted to do makeup on my channel, but I know that more so now than what I did before. So when I say that, I've like started trying like stuff that I never thought I would try, aka eyeshadow, because I want to say like the beginning, like for a long time I've hated eyeshadow. Like when I say hate, I mean hate. However, as I've been like doing YouTube, I've learned that eyeshadow is like a major part of like a look. So like makeup is my jam. So I think that I want my channel to be mostly makeup, but I also want to do like natural hair stuff. But I know that I'm not like that talented with hair things. I've tried it, and I mean I can do my hair and make the best of it with natural styles, but I'm not that good at it. And I know that obviously it takes practice, but I just feel like more satisfied with makeup. So I've learned that about myself. I've learned that I wanted to kind of gear myself more towards a makeup channel more so than a hair channel. So I've learned that, you know, eyeshadows are a big thing. So then I've learned about Morphe, the brushes, all of that. So I'm still learning with eyeshadows, but that's a big deal because I literally hate them. Because not now, because I used to think like eyeshadow was like blue, pink, like bright colors that make you look all tacky, but really it's not. It's certain eyeshadows that will do that, but obviously I won't put them on my face. But for a while I was like, why do people like eyeshadow? Like that's trash. But I've learned that that's a part of like the whole look, because you'll do like similar makeup every day, like foundation, primer, highlight, contour, highlight, all of that. You'll do those similar things, but the major difference is like the lip and then the eyeshadow. So if I'm gonna have a makeup channel, I'm gonna need to learn how to do different looks, so different eyeshadows, different lippies, different stuff like that, and just getting better with it as a whole. So kind of transitioning from that, I've learned that makeup has become more of a passion for me that I didn't know before. So before I thought that I wanted to be a social worker, I thought that I wanted to be a dental hygienist, and I thought that I wanted to be a cosmetologist. So 2017 kind of broke that down for me a little bit more, because I've been able to see kind of how I felt about each and every one of them. I plan to go back to school for dental hygiene. However, I'm not. Like, that dream has left and went right out that window. And I was able to see that because it just, I don't know, it's just something that, a feeling that I got, that I knew that it wasn't for me, even though no matter how hard I try to make it for me, it's not. I realized that I really want to do something more so that makes me feel good, that makes me feel upbeat, that makes me not feel like I'm working, but it's more so of making me feel good and making someone else feel good. And I feel that, you know, I'm able to do that with makeup. I'm able to, you know, make somebody feel beautiful, make somebody feel happy, and that's what I want to do. So I really want to kind of advance with it that way, that I'll feel more confident and I'll be able to do someone else's makeup instead of just perfecting my own face. Because obviously I've learned how to do my makeup a lot, just by practicing, but I need to learn how to do other people's makeup the same way. So that's my new thing, and I want to try and open up like a studio, just kind of have a space where people can come, vibe, get their face beat, be happy, go out, live life, more life. Like, I'm all about all things beauty and all things, you know, just trying to make the best of what you got. And I feel that with doing makeup and becoming an MUA, this is so weird. My life has like changed so much and it's so weird, but I feel that with that, I'm able to really reach my full potential, and I'll be able to incorporate that on my channel, do things differently than the typical person, because I'm not a typical person. Like, I'm not. Let's be honest. Like, I do things very different than most people. I'm not like in a box. So, and then last but not least, I have I have worked so hard to get better at dogs. So for those who don't know, I have gotten bit. I got bit when I was younger. I am terrified of dogs. I still am, but I've gotten so much better with them than I had before. Not having them touch me, but just being in the same room with them is a big deal. And then cats as well. So I feel like I've just been out here all 17. Like, the stuff that I mentioned before about, you know, being inconsistent, weight loss, money, fast food, all of that stuff, I really glowed this year. Let's be honest. Like, not glowed, but I really, like, crushed some goals. Like, I've really done a lot this year, and that's really why I wanted to do this video, just so that I could see kind of, like, where I was, get it, vocalize it, and say, you know, what I haven't done so hot on, but what I've really done good on. So I feel like this video has helped me kind of express that, and also see that I'm not, you know, I'm really in a good place. I'm really doing what I need to do, and it's good to kind of acknowledge that and not, you know, just internalize it. So I was able to do that with this video. So I hope that this video will help you do the same. It's good. It's always good to reflect on where you are, what you could be doing, and how to be better. So this is what this was for me. So I hope that you guys will be able to do the same. Make sure you know, leave down in the comments what are some things that you struggle with, but some things that you also done well with, and also some things that you've accomplished. So I know that for 2018, I have some new goals. So let me show you that, and then we'll be done. So I want to obviously stick with my weight loss goal. That is gonna take charge today. We're actually gonna go to the grocery store later tonight, and actually work out later. So after I'm in this video, I'm gonna wash my face off and go work out. My full potential in being the best that I can be. So I want to start posting more often, trying to do like 2 videos per week, and just see where that gets me, and just trying to, you know, not think so much about stuff, and just make sure that I'm doing what makes me happy, because that's why I wanted to do this in the first place. To save some money. Originally I had wrote save more, but I had to cross out more because I haven't been saving. So I need to initially save, and then I can put save more later on. And last but not least, I just need to enjoy life. I feel like I worry a lot. I'm anxious a lot of the times. I just need to step back, take a breather, and just do what it is that makes me happy, and stop worrying so much about what everyone else thinks, and stop being so critical of myself, and just live. People die every day. People die young. So I just need to count my blessings and stop worrying so much about the little things and just try to enjoy life more. Stop trying to think so far ahead in the future and just enjoy the moment while it's here. So that's it for me, guys. Like I said, this is kind of like a cliche video. However, I feel like everyone should do it. Not obviously in the form of a video, but everyone should reflect on what they did last year and what they can do better next year. So even though it might be corny or cliche to some people, I think that it's always good to set new goals regardless of what time of the year you do it, but it still needs to be done. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you'll leave me something down in the comments, just letting me know how you felt that you've done in 2017 and how well you plan to do in 2018, because we are coming for them in 2018. I am coming for them. I'm coming for myself. I'm not holding back. I'm not out here playing these games. I need to get myself motivated, and I will be determined to do each and everything on that list. Imagine how I would feel if I made every goal on that list. Can you imagine what the goals will be for 2019 or just in general? Like, I need to do this. I need to do this for me. I will be on a whole nother level, and I'll bring y'all along with me. I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching. Good night. Bye. Make sure you subscribe. I'm watching you.